Good morning. The last Reggae Wednesday of the season. We're gonna be out of here and enjoying the summer. So this is the last Reggae Wednesday of the season. So make sure y'all come in and hang out. Make sure you come in and hang out. It's gonna be a good time today. We're gonna just wrap the year up. Last Reggae Wednesday. We love Reggae. This may be the last Reggae Wednesday period because we're gonna shift the format around a little bit. And just like Go-Go Tuesday, Reggae Wednesday is gonna be just reggae. But I will bring back over the summer Go-Go Tuesday if I come in. You know how I come in once a week or once every 2 weeks. I pop in over the summer to check in. So I might bring the go-go music back this summer. That'd be kind of dope. Let's get a little music going this morning.
No journey too great when a woman find whatever she seeks. Just swim deep and climb the highest peak. It's a certain climax you
Good morning, everybody.
This is merciless. I got to practice what the preach.
Hey.
Mercy, because I love you all the way from Paris. And I tell me how she prayed that Chuck Norris. She no want a man to thump and box and kick my fist. Want a hand that the
reggae music. Let's go, y'all.
Y'all fly all the way from Rome. And I tell me that she prayed that Sylvester Stallone. She really want a man to make she
man, bro.
Simone, no one the man to come and rock up her bow.
Let's go.
So me Simone, I exercise and train and practice. Can't afford to be lost in the call them list. If you fail to fulfill the woman them promise, she a go say you fall for a this, you want this. In the time when woman want all them business fixed, and a man a compose like a six. Woman a go get dance. What is this? Pick him up like this promises. Well, woman want the loving, so them start get hyper. Say she not request, not a way sniper. She want a good lover, man, that is a caliber. You turn off the light and make she feel alright. Tonight, young night. Y'all fly all the way from Paris. And I tell me how she prayed that Chuck Norris. She no want no man to thump and box and take my fist. Want a man that is romantic, well. Y'all fly all the way from Rome. And tell me that she prayed that Sylvester Stallone. She really want a man to make she moan and groan. Simone, no want a man to come and rock up her.
Good morning, y'all. Shout out to the Reggae Boys holding us down this season. Really dope, y'all. Let's go, y'all. Unk to the building. Let's go, y'all. Come on.
Yo. Oh my God. Down in the love you give it.
Let's go.
Baby is so sweet. What about the next woman? Oh man, your love is the sweetest. And the fun man, oh man, your loving is the sweetest.
Watch your love and the size of your body and the different from it, girl. Jump down by your fist.
June 28th, the Prudential Center. We're going to have the world famous rocking on a big day. A lot of acts going to be in there. Let's go, y'all. Unk to the building. In the morning, emails, all you males and females, get it popping. Come on.
Tell me which one. If me be all John.
Me no nice, you know.
The race is on, but I won't compete in this competition.
Alright.
Tell me which one.
Say that.
If me beat up all our John. The race is on.
Good morning, AB. Let's go, y'all.
That's not right. Woman, why you run up and down?
Why ya?
You run up and down.
Why ya?
We don't want no man, you know what? Feel cycle down.
Why ya?
Why you run up and down?
Why ya?
Why you run up and down? Woman, we don't want no man, you know what? Feel cycle down. Listen, Peter run down, watch Harry him a come. Listen, Tony run down, watch Big him a come. The two of them mans. My fucker up, one user half a black and one get licked down. But Shabba Rankin and go in the show down, man. One you run up and down, man. One you run up and down. Listen, we to one no man, you know what? They say go down, woman. One you run up and down, woman, no man.
Sorry is all that you can say. Years go by and still the words don't come easily. Like sorry. Forgive me is all that you can say.
Let's go.
Like forgive me. And you can say, baby, and baby, can I hold you tonight? And maybe if I told you the right words, ooh,
The right time.
you'd be mine.
Come on.
Hear this.
Y'all,
When a
come on.
better can wine. American girl some.
Reggae Wednesday, everybody else in the building. The morning emails, all you males and females. Last you to get last. Get ready to cut it out for the summer. Let's go, y'all. Come on.
Wine. True wine. You remember this? You like this. You remember
This.
I love it. You remember
This.
how did the man and what you remember the man that him paid out on it.
Good morning, thank you to the Reggae Boys from BG Records. Hold us down. Let's go, y'all.
Wine. English girls come wine. Jamaican girls come wine.
Authentic reggae music.
Jamaican girls come
That's
wine.
Let's go, y'all. Come on.
Just when you are the make them know say that you full up a wine ring. Reggae boy.
Good morning, y'all.
Make them know say
Shout them out. Let's go, y'all.
you remember this harder Steve. You remember this bad mother wicked in the
Share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe. Go, y'all. Come on.
First position, all of the one and only best man. And in the name, it's like, what is that?
Let's go.
Anything I never do, I just woman, I don't know, all of you wanna you the mother spend money, and it's like, what is that?
girls are perfect. I am bad, you know we keep in the bed. Reggae boys.
Go to YouTube, I'm telling you. Bang, bang.
Wicked bad, head mad in a bed, I am bad, mad, and no wicked in a bed, wicked bad,
Good boy. Ain't another one. Wanna listen? There's nothing you can do that make me run away from this clash, yeah. This clash, yeah. And there is no DJ can put a competition to Ninja. Yes, I'm telling you from the start, I will break your whole heart and leave on the dung and ground, cause I'm the real fines on top. There's no word you can say that it could offend me.
More email. Go, y'all. Come on.
I murder them. In a competition, I murder them.
Reggae boys.
Murder them. When we gone, who the follow me when?
Let's go get them. Come on. Gotta go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. Subscribe and share. Go to YouTube. Get off of Facebook. Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. Subscribe and share. That's where you got to get the best morning emails. I'm getting more emails. All emails. People's gonna pop it. Come on.
Original Kimbo King, Kimbo Queen King. Them are some damn lazy thing. I want to do nothing. No for my money making. And Kimbo one thing. On the corner, no fear goes it. All in a mix up and thing. No people business one thing. So them get to some foreign. Them brother live a Brooklyn. Them no want to make them living. We call them Kimbo King. Bimbo queen and a king. Call them Bimbo king. Bimbo.
Girl, you me a girl man a run you down, girl. I know for your fault. Take him, girl. You know business. A girl man a run down, girl. I know for your fault. Take him, girl. Take him, girl. You know for that, no girl. Committee the day you fat material. So take him, she can't touch your body. Take him because you're not afraid that maybe me. So take him, cause your body not yet. Grab up. Then on where you have me show man I run your down, girl. I know for your fault. Take him, girl. I know for your fault, girl. Man I run your down, girl. I know for your fault. Girl, I know.
Five in the morning show. Reggae Music Wednesday. Let's go. Last of the season. We got some guests coming in here today. Had a good talking about it. Shout out to the OSG family. They got a new golf tournament coming up. We're gonna talk about that in a second.
We raise all the memories. They're the ones that don't see. If I could forget all about the past, how long will this go?
June 22nd.
In my life, is when she left me with a broken heart. I was feeling the pain.
We're gonna have the coming today.
You know someone that comes to one thing. Tell that mama. I'm gonna take you to the bed.
I'm gonna stay on reggae boy.
On your best friend tonight. See what the man say, baby. Gonna rock you till broad daylight.
Good morning, OG. Reginald Maynard. We'll have one more Ask the OG. One more Ask the OG for the, and then we'll be back in the summer or at the end of the summer till August.
Downtown at Kingston City. I see them and I come follow me. And when they hold them like one up, already, yeah. All of the passy them a jump up with me, yeah. Watch them a jump and spread out for me, yeah. Tell me and for a star with me, yeah. I drop these and the wine we, yeah. Watch all the girls them a wine them body, yeah. And them drop with the girls them love her, yeah. And every passy get big bow.
Culture. Yes. More the emails, all you males and females, all planets in between. Everybody good. Let's go, y'all. Good. Season finale, Reggae Wednesday. Come on now. Shout out to the Reggae Boys holding us down this season.
When you have money, you give it.
VP Records, what up, Jamaica?
When you're down,
shout out to all my people in Montego Bay over the Half Moon. What up?
you can always love. So when you make it, try to keep broke.
Me know my friend, different from me enemy. Them me know my friend, my friend them from way back when. Me know my friend who never see me again. Me know my friend.
Reggae boy sound is here for
Yes.
that.
One of them a chat me and my friend. We are till down in the end. We are going to see who massacre that can them. No for flash. Like when paper touch pen, some screw. But you some lamb. My friend, different from me enemy, them me know my friends. Mr. Smart deal with them.
What's your name and where you come from?
Hey.
Take on a Rex and feel look good. You know you some feel look good. You know those no spiritual girl feel look good.
Yes, good morning. Go. Man, oh man. Feel good, look good. Let's go get it all going this morning. Yeah.
You're not taking a Rex and feel look good. You know you some feel look good. You know those no spiritual girl feel look good.
5:59 in the morning. I told you I was gonna be a mistrial. Y'all, you understand? I told you. Listen, as much as I am horrified by what I'm hearing, the law is going to be the law applied well in this case. And I know a man don't on no cases that he can't handle. You know what I'm saying? They bought up in there with that shit.
Press up, with the girl them love up and press up, and then you kinda walk right up on the bed. So a man say,
come on in, let's go, y'all.
then push it up and then you open your foot. Me ready for the walk. Me wheel and me wine and me choke on the block. Slide down for the girl. We will dance, stand up, rock and Chinese brush out with the killer with the walk. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, tickle, press up. 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, tickle and press up. Man, them know about the Balkan. I get test with me chop or stomach and tell them and them the girl them broken. The girl them don't know such a.
Come on, everybody.
Press up, with the girl them love up and press up, and then you kinda.
Come on.
Press up, the girl them love up and
to all the girl them out, we and the girl them say we are best friend look up. That I'm not the man them out. Shout it all the girl pick me them 24. Number 7 me love the girl them out. Oh, they not this. The phone number 7 me a why me them. Come on, chop and give us a the legend. From them man. Real and hot girl me love no to the maximum. The dirty chapter they must come to tear it down. Wind up your waist because you're full of push. Tell them well you can't drop off. She move up your body.
Yeah, let's go. 6:01 in the morning. Unk to the building. Wednesday, regular Wednesday finale. Back at the end of the season finale. Let's go, y'all. Unk to the building in the morning. Emails, all you males and females. Get it pop this morning.
Shout it up all the girls. Then girl on no nice. Oh no God, top price. I said I'm the coming, but on the right price. Girl on no sweet. Don't make me ask if I be 24 hours.
Good morning, Gooch. How you feeling? Let's go. My name's Zeke. Let's go, y'all. Come on.
Jamaica, young girl business, control Jamaica. Girl a room on the drive, pay mama. Girl a room on the drive, Benz and Jack. Girl a room on the drive, out of Corolla. Work a free zone, you a free zone worker. Even when the workers are good.
Yeah.
One good turn, this is deserve, not like this.
I am Vic Stamina.
Better to go get the change down there. Work up, down, ask if you get that. Ask if you get that like a stuff on my lid. Watch your candy, but so the microphone center. No fuck your love with them can't do Sharon.
Good morning, everybody. Up to the building on the emails, all you males and females. Everybody, turn up. Tune up.
Knuckle up to the downtown area, cause I know I can't find the finger. Up the downtown area, cause I know I can't find the finger.
Come on, hit that like button. Subscribe and share. Let's go. Get it on this morning.
You have the love and I eat me quiet. Everything I have.
Come on Instagram with your funky ass.
You feel me love Mado and Sandra. One year Raquel and Sophia. Let's go check out and show your figure.
I'm not saying already.
Yo, reggae boy sound is here for rapper.
Boy, this is boy. Big now me a boom. Team man up to see the keys, girl that's all I like. Love me girl every call you might sound down, but all this sense to the sometime about that. Some of them don't have a love that they in your heart. Sometimes for this and they say some one with that. Some of them don't have no love in the fun. Yeah.
All of my missing from out, I'm not with talking, but don't run me for fugitive. Fool. You never know, see me run this school, so I got girls. Fool. Must realize and understand, say me sick, me stand, so me are the girls, them all Lord. You won't miss me from 19 all long when man.
Yeah, I know what they did on that stream. We gotta get your boy about it. We got Twitch, Twitter. Come on, Iman Muskie. Oh, don't cry now, nigga. Let's go, y'all. Come
Mind and soul and everything, and an expander with it.
Oh, wow. Why the DJ singing? Don't try, listen up. So, I'm a million demand, just let me know. And if I'm in it, I'm in sorry for so. I'm a channel of me hand, just a bubble of the show. Can't hold it, I must have to let it flow.
Anything just for you. If you feel happy, I will do anything just for you. Sacrifice my love, I can do that.
You just see me walking out, then something must be wrong. Every night who you would have to trust the number one. The road up so much, you do me sing a song from the bottom of me head. Because you check me so much, so me not.
Come on.
Natural African girl, she cool and she black. With a lot of tenderness to make the people get back.
If you're on Facebook, just jump out, come back on YouTube. That's all. Hit the link. Come to YouTube. Go to YouTube. Where's that? That's what I'm saying. Don't stop the music. Come on, y'all. Let's go.
Anything just for you. Make you feel happy and I can make it. I will do anything just for you. Sacrifice my love.
Free all the music.
Nobody ocean. I got to away from the ocean. Protect my ocean. Loving a slow motion.
6:05 in the morning. Unction the bill. Let's get it popping this morning. Reggae Wednesday, everybody. We got Rob in the beautiful Cocoa Dreams. The whole crew's coming in. Last to the get last. Season finale. Come on.
Tell me I deal with me love like this. And time about coming up and say, how will we stand there? So we stand there. This man and the soul gonna hell. What are the word where you get expelled? That's simple, not the man tell well. This one and name quarter to 12. This man and the soul gonna hell. What are the word where you get expelled? That's the man tell. Oh, you a bad man and you don't know about the West. No, Billy Biggie that you don't know Joe Tex. Yeah, what your his father God above guide you through the test. Perplex me now and get the man vex. Who want to take a life and you can't blow a breath. Me believe in the man we can do.
Reggae boy sound is here forever.
I'm a drink bag juice from me.
Yeah.
No country wine out my girl wait.
Yeah.
Hey, man don't drink bag juice.
Yeah.
He say the girls them want sweet.
Oh, man, we live this morning. The morning emails, all you males and females. Reggae Music Wednesday. Oh man, what a great year. Another good season. Yeah.
Them say you don't stop call out your name to the loving what you give them, make them feel pain and sing. Man not think of juice from base, my baby strictly feel a fun. But why don't you waste in a face? Man not think of juice from base, strictly feel a touch while I sing and I say.
United we stand and divided we fall. For them not good but they them say what? United we stand and divided we fall. For them not good for themselves. Till them what they them say what me tell you no I'm good. We no want that boat. Those are fun that we really put on. Those are we no one that boat. Those are fun that we really put, but it's not right. We give us another for life. And they think that the I give him a fight, but it's not right. The road that's the fucking life.
6:07 in the morning.
I give him a fight, but it's not right.
7 in the morning, we get it popping this morning. Up to the bill in the morning. Emails, all you males and females. Reggae Music Wednesday. Let's go, y'all. Come on.
But not right. Pass the fucking night and I listen to you and I give it my fight. No, I'm those we know on that boat. Those have fun that don't really go for it. We know on that boat.
Them on, hate them on. Think me did done, hate man. Who that a come? Hate them on. Gonna think me did done. Me come fit and up. Say DJ one, go sit down. Me come fit and up. Tell them fi pop it and up. DJ one, sit down. Me come fit and up. Tell them fi pop up.
Let's go, y'all. Come on.
Put up and come off of the right. They have to cut. And the mic, Admiral, come off a little before me use the bomber and box it with the death. It's the grinds man, him a centrist, yeah, let it go come dead.
Let's go, rest in peace, let's go.
Them a bleach out them skin, them a bleach. They look like a browning, them a bleach. Them a bleach out them skin, them a bleach. They look like a browning, girl me honor you, and you no bleach out your skin. You know no chemical, they look like no browning. Girl me honor you, and you no bleach out your skin. You know no chemical, they look like a browning. 90% of the girl.
Get them up morning Wednesday, 6:09 in the morning. Up to the bill in the morning. Emails, all you males and females. Get it popping. The last to get last. Let's go, y'all. I'm here. Come on.
So them run gonna pick up brown skin and them a bleach. Them a bleach out them skin, them a bleach. Feel look like a
Let's go, Coco.
bleach. And them a bleach out them skin, them a bleach. Feel look like a
Whosoever will me come, if any money people lie down. In the meantime, whosoever will me come, money people lie down. No man can rave out on a bad button and refresh it out in the throne. That now go work, man, and I want the income. Move up on a money man, one of the nicest. If you want the money, and bring it home. Now see the body, but the finance the run. No shoes, no jeans, feel wheel and ton. Tell the man, they told the dollars, they me and a whosoever will me come. Yes, take the money for
What's up, Twitch?
time, whosoever will me come. Yes, take the money.
What's up, Twitch? Come on, my
Now make the woman excited.
Yes. Let's go. Get it poppin'. VP Records. What's going on, Jim? People in Montego Bay, all my people in the grill. What's up? Where you going down the pork pit? I see what it is. Let's go. Unc to the building. The morning emails, all you males and females. It's work. Reggae Wednesday's work. Come on.
And took one wash, did you turn it down, gal? Put me you put a next man welcome. And took one wash, did you turn it down, gal? Put me you put a next man welcome. And pack it men up. MC woman done. And we walk.
Going over to YouTube, subscribe and share, like and share. Give it to your friends. Let them know what time it is. The best morning show in the world. Let's go, yo. Unc kid. Come on.
Reggae
Good morning, y'all. How y'all feeling? Come on.
That is just a part of life's game. Even though you may feel some pain, so you can't always listen to lies and keep you down. Oh, you can't always listen to lies that hurt you and keep you down.
Chuck out there, can you a talk about? Can you a mention? No, Mr. Monday. Can this the program? Because I'm independent. And you a name brand, jump shot out there. Can you a talk about? Can you a mention? No, Mr. Monday. Can this the program?
Reggae boy!
Like the real thing, baby. There ain't nothing like the good.
She's a 1 million sexy girl.
There ain't nothing like the real thing, baby.
6:11 in the morning.
Nothing like that.
Let's go. Anything like the real love, baby. 1 million. And you got the crazy. Ain't nothing like the real love. We have to search and kill. We find the sexy. I said days. We say you done this up. I don't give me no fight. See I don't know come up. My friend ain't come.
Time for bonus. Time for the bonus. Let's go.
To all the man them who cheat on them woman, and why you know so the tongue is again and right on that hand. Come on. Sometimes my man again, coop again, coop again, coop. Sometimes my man again, coop again. Sometimes my man again, coop again.
Hey, Kimmy.
Sometimes my man again.
I like to catch you in your groove mode. You don't even know you're there. I'll be like, we thought on it while she grooving.
Like him crazy, come on in time after 7:30 when the sun is shining and the near are there. I see get me so bad and it get me so angry. Man like the guan nasty, drape him up and sell it to him. Cool, no, like you become home early. Cool, that's cool. For this way, Shelly. Cool, I told me woman take advantage of me. Cool, you want me neighbor them to laugh off of me. Cool, you better start act properly. Sometimes I'm on again. Sometimes I'm on again. Sometimes I'm on again. Sometimes I'm on again.
Yo, that's a bonus tune for you guys. But you know, Kimberly likes her tune in the morning. This is the last one to get that. We need the Kimberly tune this morning. Get it.
Come on, Dad.
Come on, and she needs the medicine.
Morning. Hey, I mean say evening.
Let's go.
Morning. I mean say evening or evening.
Let's go.
12 o'clock is like a melting pot. Nothing's done when the sun gets hot. Hot out and it's a stretch through your back.
Let's go.
Never knows the last
Say morning, good morning.
When they say, Kimberly, good morning. What was I doing this evening?
Real rumble jumble.
Morning, good morning. Evening, good evening.
Yeah, I like the way you hold at the end.
You know I do my thing.
Good luck.
Morning, good morning.
Yes.
Lace from the world famous.
Here now,
topics about health, politics, music, art, culture, and now for your host.
I have way too much time.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
And the beautiful Kimberly Robinson.
Ladies rock. Oh, yo, get it,
What's
man.
happening,
Tell
right?
people what it is, man. Let them know what this thing is all about. Come on, man. Information.
That's what we do. Good morning. Inspiration, mitigation, representation for the nation with versions.
Hey, Pastor Dutty.
Pastor. Oh my God.
Oh, we did a Trizzy dance.
But listen, man, you know, it is the end of another season, Kimberly. We got through another season.
Like, you notice my sensitive self, like at the end, I'm always like, oh my God.
Oh, yeah. You know, number one, we're going to pop back in the summer, number one. Number two, we're going to have more fun. And as long as more crazy shit go on, we'll have more crazy shit to talk about. And I can almost guarantee you that more crazy shit will go on. I'm telling you right now. More crazy shit. It's not going to stop. Motherfuckers are crazy.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop. They can't stop themselves. The key is give a guy a couple bucks, take him out the hood, put a couple of dollars in his pocket, and watch him go.
Watch him go.
Watch him go. Take him out the hood. Here's the formula: you take him out the hood, put a couple of dollars in his pocket, and watch him go to work. Watch him work now. He gone now. You can't do nothing about it. He out of here.
No, you can't.
He gonna make a complete ass out of himself. He gonna go all the way. Forget all shit is told him. Like, boy, go ahead and iron your clothes. Make sure you no. Get that man a couple of dollars. Watch him go. Watch him go to work. Watch him work. Doing shit he ain't never. Nigga, you ain't. You know, I like that. You know, when people go to your house or they go to a nice person's house, right? And then they go to the crib, right? And all of a sudden they start doing shit that they don't normally do in their crib. You know, like you ain't been. You know what I'm saying? No, I'll have these. Like there's a story of this manager. You gotta see this. This is a story of this guy. I don't want to say the guy's name because I have a lot of respect for the guy, right? But there's a story of this major artist and his wife. This manager's wife. Now the artist became really famous and he had a crazy pool and all this other shit. So the manager, you know, he had got this chick from the hood and then he married her, obviously, and changed her life, you know what I'm saying? And so he changed her life. And they'll go to the dude's pool and she was washing her feet with champagne.
Maybe she saw that in the movie.
That is you crazy.
She saw that in the movie. Like that's how you know you made it. When you make so much money, you can wash your feet with champagne.
With champagne. Is you crazy?
What kind of champagne was it though? First,
I don't know. I didn't get that deep in the conversation.
Like if she washed it with Andre, it might be okay. But if she washed it with Dom, you would be upset.
Well, first of all, the guy was such a famous guy that he would not have Andre champagne in his crib.
I want to know who this is.
He would at least have Verve Clicquot or some shit. You know what I'm saying? He was famous,
right?
And the dude didn't drink. So now you're starting to get to understand who the guy is, right? The guy didn't drink, but he had everything in his crib. You know what I'm saying? The crib was, And he had a pool, and they all out there outside of the pool, and they out there chilling. And she had the motherfucking servant, whatever the butlers do, pour champagne on her feet. Yeah, she said, oh, man. Now you ain't never pulled champagne when you got their feet in your house, huh? By the way, Kimmy, people love our stories when we tell stories. They love it. Like, and then Kimmy goes, ladies, there was that time. I'll go, oh shit, here we go. Buckle up. Buckle up. It's about to go. Whatever Kim's like to say.
I got plenty of them.
No. Well, it was me, Gaddafi, and Matt for some reason, so I just left. And then I heard he died. Good morning. Good morning. The last Reggae Wednesday of the year. We are here. Oh my gosh, man. And Kimberly, so what do you think a guy should do? I asked you this question. Because now the trans crew, the people that that shout to the trans community. I ain't got nothing against nobody. It's Mars and Venus and all planets in between. We ain't got
right.
You grown, live your life, okay? Live your life if you're grown. But let me just say this. You go out on a date, and you as a woman find out that the person later, because you meet the person and you like the person, next thing you know, the kind of person was dressed up, and you don't know the difference right away. You can't, it ain't like the old trans where you were like, oh, okay, all right. No, they serious with it. They nice with it now. You only gonna find out. You're only gonna find out at the homecoming. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, right? At the homecoming, you're gonna be like, oh, wait a minute, hardcore. It was a plot. I think they did was they switched the games because all the people that do it is from the crew. They doing all the makeup, all that shit. So we're gonna make all the makeup so that it all looks the same. We're gonna blend all that shit in. They are very good at blending. Let's just say that. We're gonna blend that shit in.
Oh no.
All right, am I starting too early? Is it going too early?
No.
Right, anyway,
No.
What do you do if that happens? How do you react to that though? What do you do?
Well, I want to think that women and men kind of kiss differently, right? Well, I think we I would think
I didn't get the kissing. You saying they started? I didn't know the kissing stuff. Hold on for a second. Hold on. I'm sorry. Hi, Miss Lindsay. Shut up, Lindsay. I can take it from here, ladies. Okay, thank you. Excuse me. Let me mute my mic. All right. Anyway.
Okay.
Why you go there? I was just talking about having a nice dinner and a conversation.
Oh,
you took it to a whole nother level. What the fuck's going on here?
It's early. What time is it?
6:23 in the morning, to the building. Hi, this lady.
Well, okay, so that made sense why my answer was that.
Yeah. You went to the next. You went to a whole nother. You went to Jupiter. This is Mars, Venus, and Jupiter. You went to Jupiter. This nigga went to Jupiter.
Ladies, wow.
I was just at the conversational space. I mean, because obviously, before the kissing has to happen, they would have to at least have a conversation. You're right.
You're right.
I just want to let you know. I know we cool. I would expect that at least. We cool. But I just want to give you a heads up of where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? And then you can be like, "Oh, Dabo, Jack," and then you get to do after that.
You just keep talking about sports.
Or
you just keep talking about sports, or throw up a couple.
Maybe I can tell my lady how you get makeup so good. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe we can hook that up. You know what I'm saying? Like this. You gotta respect game. At some point, you can't just be all the way again. You know, like that should take work, whatever you do. And there's a certain work level. Like, would you like to work for my company? Because there's a certain amount of energy that you're putting into this conversation. That if you can do that for you, then there is an exceptional position at Telos Media that I can hire you to do some real work, because obviously you believe in getting that work put in. You know what I'm saying? Hi, Lindsay. I think you almost got yourself out of it, Lace. Thank you very much, Lindsay.
Yeah.
I think you almost winded yourself backwards out of that situation.
Lace out.
You know what I'm saying? Pause. You know what I'm saying? Because I was chilling one time and I went out and everything was paused and everything was good. Next, you know, 3 dudes found her out, so we shot him in the face with a supermarket. With a Yeah, kill out. I heard about that. I was there that day. I didn't know. I thought it was I was wearing a kilt. No, what do you mean you was wearing a kilt?
That's what he wanted that night.
And that's what I thought that was the style that night. I was like, you know, nobody could tell how good I was. They know I wasn't wild when I wore my fresh clothes. Okay. All right. Best fucking show ever. All right, anyway, how you doing this morning, Kim? I'm sorry.
Lace, oh God. Life is good.
I might have lost my guest this morning because I just yeah, how you doing?
Life is good. I'm just gonna say that.
Let's go to blackfacts.com. I got a guest coming in. Dr. Dennis McKeezy.
Wait a minute. I got a new shoe.
Yeah. Dr. Dennis McKeezy coming in from the world famous Off School Grounds Coalition.
We have not heard.
He's gonna come in and talk about the golf tournament they got coming up. Golf tournament coming up in June, the 22nd of June, at Pelham Split Rock Golf Course in New York City. It's a public golf course, so you want to come out, hang out, have a good time. You can still buy a couple of tickets. We'll fit you in, and it's going to be a great event. A lot of great people are going to be there. A lot of great educators doing what educators do, doing a thing, and it's going to be great. And he's also talking about education leadership and ways in which we can do some good work in the community, and what has OSG accomplished from its inception, where they are now, and what is the future of education. Dr. Dennis McKeezy.
It's been what, 5 years, 4 years for OSG?
5 years, 5.5 years from the time I started it. I kind of I'm still, part of the original founding members, but, I went off and allowed it, because I'm not an actual, I guess you could call me an educator, but I'm not a real, I'm not a, let's say a Department of Education educator. You know what I'm saying? But I still contribute in ways that I can contribute, and also support the coalition in ways that they support the community. And we got a lot of people out there supporting the community, 350 to 400 educational leaders, politicians, entertainers, almost 500 just internal people. And then there's multitudes of thousands of people that get represented constantly by the Off School Grounds Coalition. Let's go. Shout them out.
That's right.
Yeah. So and that work is tireless and it's continuous and really just behind the scenes. And I was like, me being an entertainer, I respected the fact that I'm not a conventional educator, so I'm not going to be playing in people's faces about stuff that I don't understand. That education shit is real. And we can talk about things on the show, but they got to go deal with them kids every single day and got to try to fight the system that's working against Black and brown and people that are underserved. So thank you.
And it's a challenge. So good luck, congratulations, and all that to them.
It's a service, and these guys are out there doing their service, and it's definitely not an easy thing. Speaking of service, let's go to blackfacts.com. That's a service. On June 11th, 1963, President Kennedy's report to the American people on civil rights. Worst thing ever. By the way.
Boy.
It was a speech on civil rights delivered on radio and television by President John F. Kennedy from the Oval Office, in which he proposed a legislation that would later become the Civil Rights Act of 1964. There you go. Kennedy was initially cautious of his support of civil rights and desegregation in the United States. As his term continued, African Americans became increasingly impatient with the lack of social progress, and racial tensions escalated. Yeah. Yeah. His administration has sent the National Guard troops to accompany his first black students admitted to the University of Mississippi and the University of Alabama. Well, he also sent National Guard. So think about that now when they talk about Trump sending National Guard.
I was going to mention that.
In the speech, Kennedy announced that he would be sending civil rights legislation to Congress. That legislation was passed after his and signed into law by President Lyndon B. Johnson. He set your asses up with that great society, kicked all the men out the house. You know, Kennedy called Americans to recognize civil rights as a moral cause in which all people need to contribute, as clear as the American Constitution. Yeah. Okay, you got him. Martin Luther King Jr. called the speech one of the most eloquent, profound, unequivocal pleas for justice and freedom for all men ever made by any president. And Martin had to say that. Come on now. He had to say that.
Well, think about the presidents before. So, yeah.
He had to say that. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Let me just give you a little bit of the speech here. Just a little bit of the speech. Wow. Well, there you go. For more Black Facts, go to blackfacts.com. Let history be no mystery. Thinking about that, there's a lot of conversation about civil rights and how that affected it. That's why when I was saying when we come back, we'll do the 1963 version of the morning emails because turn the music down because it's a little distracting. It's loud and I want to dance. And I'm trying to say something serious.
Yeah.
I hate to want to say something serious when I want to dance. I really want to dance. Ladies, I want to shut up, Lindsay. I'm talking serious right now. And so it's funny how I want to do that show where we're in 1963. And in 1963, we talked about how the world was so different. And that's, if you notice, that civil rights legislation he started in 1963. And that's why I wanted to do that because I would be able to have a conversation about how the world was in 1963. Had we had known that they was going to pull a reverse Uno on us. Oh, you didn't hear the clip on YouTube? I'm sorry, guys. All right. I'll put the clip in for blackfacts.com so y'all can hear it yourselves. Thank you for saying that, Gooch. I did not know you did not hear the clip.
Listen, I thought you were looking for it, and then you just said, "Fuck it."
Oh, okay. No. That's okay. I will play the. I'm going to put the clip to blackfacts.com in the chat, and you guys go to blackfacts.com. Let history be no mystery. And what he was just saying is that for 100 years, they ended slavery, and 100 years later, in 1963. Because in the 1860s, they did quote unquote slavery as we get towards Juneteenth. Mm-hmm. And in 1960s, 100 years later, that's how quickly and how short a time it was from the actual slavery to modern times. And 1963, for all intents and purposes, is what you would call modern times. So you start to think about it from that perspective. That's only a short period of time. And he was saying, President Kennedy was saying that 100 years later, they still ain't free. He said that. The president of the United States said that. And he started with good intention, this thing to integrate them into the United States of America. Unfortunately, after his death, they were able to work it in a way where it worked against us. As you can see, there are some positives from civil rights, but there are a whole lot of shit now from civil rights that we didn't do because before that we had more control of our communities and it was more families and everything. But in getting integration and civil rights, we gave up our soul a little bit. If you ask me,
well, yeah.
If you ask me, yeah. As I looked in that picture in that room, there was nothing but men in that picture, and so it was kind of crazy to see where we are now. And not to say there's anything wrong with women being in the picture. I think women should absolutely be in the picture. But to see the amount of men that represented their community back then made me proud to see that. Now, 1963 is 3 years before I was born. Mm-hmm. So it's, so I come from that era. So you guys excuse me if I'm a little bit ancient in my moral decrees as it pertains to how I look at things. But I'm coming from that era where the community had the balance of men and women in the community, the father and the mother and all that kind of stuff. That's what I knew back then. And then I saw it. That's how I'm able to see why things are the way they are now. That's why you can bring a couple of dollars, some pink cocaine, and some baby oil on the nigga. He'll lose his goddamn mind. I mean, come on. For it. Yeah. Lose his damn mind. Take that. Oh, by the way, so word is. Yeah. I definitely will show you how I can get out of this motherfucker and make a complete ass out of
You're like,
you like that? You like that? Hold on, let's ask the OG for a second because we got the great Dr. Dennis McKeezy coming in today. So we got the great doctor coming in today. I was there for him when he got his doctorate. And now he's going to talk about all of the leadership and how many doctorates we got. And it's all crazy. I mean, the level of growth from this community has really just taken another turn with, and what you don't see now, the work being done so that in the future, the impact is going to be had. I'm like, it's going to take some years because you got to go in there and fix the system from the inside. You got to build that out from the inside. So it's going to be interesting. Let me get the OG on for this morning because this may be one of the.
And while you do that, can I shout out Dr. D Nice because her Instagram page is full of content. I love it.
The Dr. D is great, man. The OG Reginald Maynard. This is the season.
Good morning, Kim. Morning, Kim.
Just morning, good morning.
Morning, good morning.
Evening, good evening.
Yes. Reg, I hope that's on your playlist now.
Oh, babes, that's been in my playlist for years.
Hey, okay.
I'm no newbie to the reggae. How many a doctor in the day, you see?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
No, but all jokes aside, please, thank you for letting me come on and just say, saluting you, Kim, Coco, the team, my man Deepak, who I met last year, because of you, and you bringing OSG on, you bring him on board, Dennis, and I didn't get a chance to coordinate with them this year, but I'll be back next year with Clusters. But they're a great crew. I mean, I did 3 years straight with them, and it's amazing. You're right, ladies. We talk real good here, but they walk that walk with them kids, and that's not an easy thing. And that's our future, So if we don't support them, what do we have to look forward to as a people? So thank you, and thank you for being who you are and the things that you want to do on this platform. So I salute you, my brethren.
Well, the thing is, first of all, thank you, OG, and I think it's important. There's a very, we are not a monolith. Our community is not a monolith. We have all different types of things. That's why there's so much range on the show. I can never call it a sports show or politics show or hood show, whatever the case may be. The show actually changes in all different aspects of our community. Anything that's free game in our community, we're gonna talk about, and we're gonna look at it right in the face, and we're gonna say how we actually feel about it. And sometimes how we actually feel about shit is not gonna be politically correct. It's gonna be an honest, or my honest interpretation, which I allow the platform for everyone else to have their honest interpretation of each individual subject. And that shows the complexity and dexterity of a community that is not one way for the rest of the world to see. Can you understand that, OG?
100%. That's why I'm a fan. I again, y'all let me in a little over a year ago, and I've enjoyed every morning. I get up at 4:30 in the morning just so I could be a part of this.
Oh man, that's appreciative. And once we get this music worked out, that's another thing. When we're talking to iHeart and all of the guys, we got to get the FT license. That's what we applied for. So we can play the music.
Well, let me say this: wherever you end up, I'm gonna be right there with you, step by step, at your back, baby, because you got our back. And that's what networking is about. And I'm gonna stay in touch with you during the summer because my thing is getting ready to kick off. So I'll be hitting you guys. And Kim, I got your information. So we're gonna stay in touch over the summer, just hitting each other up. And I'll look for those, when you step in every now and then. Some, hey guys, hear about this? Yeah. I'll be looking for you.
Well, what I do want to say to you and to our community, what I found is that we have to switch the paradigm of the OG being a throwaway word. The OG is an elder, is a real word that we need to go back to elders, our OGs, the guys that's who's going to give us the wisdom, which is what we have, which is what I talked about this all week. I talked about our ability to give wisdom to the community, and as opposed to digressing to trying to be a kid. I don't want to be a kid. I want to inspire the kid and teach the kid. Yeah. But I don't want to be no kid. I'm a grown man. And I think it's important in the community stand tall, 10 toes down, and be happy and be proud of the fact that they are grown ass black men in the community that actually care about it and that actually can stand up and not hiding behind the skirt, which we love our skirts. We love you, sisters, but we don't have to hide behind the skirt. We can stand tall next to the sister with the skirt.
Stand tall, ride or die, baby. Ride or die. And the thing is, you walk and talk your talk because of you listen to OGs coming up. You observed how they got to be an OG. I don't revel in hearing these young boys come home, man. I ain't gonna get past my 20s. Oh, Nick, excuse me, bro, please. Come on.
Well, a lot of people haven't, and they're only speaking to what they understand because
they're speaking their truth.
Right.
They're speaking their truth. I grew in that environment. I had many homies, but by the grace of God and my own psyche, I did not succumb to that. You like me, I had chances to go the wrong way, but I chose not to. But that was because of my community, my mom, and my family that wasn't my blood. Family like the family that we've created here on the morning emails. That to me is family. People walk with you.
Can I mention something?
Yes, go ahead, Kimberly.
The reason why I didn't go the other way is because they kicked me out. They kicked me out. I mean, I couldn't be a stripper. I couldn't be a dealer. I got kicked out of all of those industries.
Wait a minute, you got a dealer story?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, Lays. I love your hey, Lays, Kim. No, but all jokes aside, this has been good, man. This has been good.
All right. Well, listen, thank you, OG, for coming in. Thank you.
No, thank you. And listen, I'm not going to be at the golf tournament, but like every year, I'm contributing money because OSG is a real thing. And again, ladies, congratulations for starting that. And Dame brought me in, but I've stayed in because of what you guys are about. And so thank you.
Yeah, well, shout to Dame Dash too, as well, brother Dame, for having a wherewithal and the excitement to come in and do the things he needed to do. All right, thank you, OG Reginald. Everybody.
Love you, Reg.
Listen to Dennis. All right, love y'all more. All right.
Yeah, the OG, man. The OG is real. He's been a great part of the show, and he has a very nice perspective. He has an easy way of that's one thing I got to learn. I got to learn the easy way of doing things. So I come off a little harsh sometimes, I be keeping it here. I'm like, well, look at, I can't be. All right, thank you. I can't be. Don't ask me for a question. Don't ask me a question. Yo, Billy Danz calls me an asshole. I tell you.
I've called you an asshole a couple times.
Yeah. Billy be like, Lays, you can't say that. You're an asshole. Dr. Billy.
That's a good thing sometimes, Lays. I mean, you need one. You need one around you. You need it.
Well, I only got one, so everybody has one. A shout out to Lil Fame's new Go to War joint. Start a War joint is banging. They're loving it. The streets are loving it. Again, Fizzy Woe. getting ready for that Walk of Fame album. It is a great record. I'm telling you.
Lays, I'm sad. It's not on Tidal. It's not on Tidal.
Well, no, I mean, listen, Fame is doing it. He'll get there. He'll get there.
Okay.
He'll get. Yeah. He'll get the title. Hold on, my man. First of all, we cannot let a year go by, or end of the season, without calling my man Toby Hicks. And now Toby
let's go.
has been with us from the beginning. He's supported us from the beginning, and we love Toby. We cannot let it would be wrong to let the go by without saying what's up to my brother Toby. Good morning, Toby.
Good morning, Toby.
Hi, this is Lynn. I want to say, Toby, I had expected to see you, but now that you're in Texas, I wondered if it's possible that I could come out to Texas so we can have a barbecue.
Shut up, Lindsay. He doesn't do that.
Negro.
Yes, I wonder if he likes mint jubilee with lemon. I just wanted to see
That's good. That's a good drink.
Toby, we got to another year of morning emails, and you've been out in Texas. You know what? Your life has been. How's it going now that you've acclimated your world from New York to California to Texas? How's it going, Toby?
It's absolutely wonderful out here, man.
Okay.
You know, nobody on top of each other. Got a lot of space here. Great work. Just came back from Arkansas for a week.
Yeah.
Then I went to Jackson, Mississippi for a couple of days, and I'm about to go back tomorrow for another couple of days, and work is great here, but the weather is bipolar.
Yeah, the weather's definitely bipolar. So I mean, you know how it goes, Toby. The weather's bipolar. It's crazy in Texas, but we have a good time in Texas, and you get that thing on you in Texas, no problem. You know what I'm saying? You're good. You're good.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting to be cleared right now. I put in for my what do you call that? To clear that.
Yeah, the license. Record. Yeah. Oh, you got some problems. Yeah. Okay, we'll get that thing.
Yeah.
Take care, man. You get that thing. Keep that thing. You don't need that thing on you in Texas. Trust me. Everybody got it.
I really don't need it. Yeah, everybody got it, including chicks.
Yeah. Oh, the chick got it too in Texas. Well, Toby, this is the end of the season. I love you, man. Thank you for being supportive of the crew and always coming through, man. We'll be back over summer, popping in and out, and then we'll be back in August for the next season, the next iteration, because, people do crazy shit, and there's going to be a lot of crazy shit to talk about. Take that. All right.
Hey, Toby, I'm coming to Dallas in September.
Oh.
Don't play with me, Kim. I'm saying bring them hands, girl. Bring them hands. Please give Kim my number, please.
Yeah, I will give your number. But also on that, you starting to get that Texas drawl there, Toby. You starting to. Don't let me see you wearing the cowboy hat like at the Beyonce concert. Now,
bro, I already have one.
It's ridiculous.
I already have one.
All right,
hey,
Toby Hicks.
Toby.
We love Toby. Niggas wearing cowboy hats is a little too tough for me.
Boots too, Toby.
Yeah. I'm not doing the cowboy hats, the Beyonce cowboy hats. I love you,
Beyonce. What about the boots?
Not doing it. Who just popped in? My brother from another mother, the visionary extraordinary himself, Easy, Dr. McKeezy. What up, Easy Breezy?
What up, man? What up, ladies? What up, Kim? How are y'all?
Good morning. Good morning, Dr.
How y'all
McKeezy.
doing?
Looking very good this morning. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm on the way out to your hometown there, to over there, Brownsville, Lazo. I'm on the Jackie Rob right now, headed to Brownsville.
Oh yeah, well, Lauderdale. Shout to my man, the Wild Bunch down there. Shout whole hill that's real. Shout to everybody up and down the hill. But it's different now. I mean, you go Atlantic Avenue, you see the ladies. Listen, I see the women run yoga pants and little dogs up and down Atlantic Avenue, but they seem to know not to go past a certain block. They seem to know that is still Brownsville. Let's not get it twisted up there. You know what I'm saying? So you going out to a school today, huh, Humphrey?
Yeah, man. I'm going to. As a matter of fact, I'm going to check. Marissa Forrester over there at
that's the sis. That's
Mott Hall.
OG.
Yeah, I'm going over to see Marissa today. Yeah, so Lays, man. Again, man, congratulations on what you and Kim and Coco and the whole crew have been doing here in the morning show. I mean, your morning show. I remember you and I had this conversation some years ago. I remember us sitting in a cigar spot right there in my old crib, and you was talking about this morning emails and the raw perspective and how you wanted to do it, and to see you do it again and complete another season and another year of this is just unbelievable, man. So congratulations to you. Really, really proud of the fact that you had people like Kim who stood beside you throughout this entire year. Because it's hard to do this type of stuff every week. It's hard to do it every week for me in a meetup. I can imagine how hard is it for you doing it on every day, every single morning. But it's great when you have somebody you can depend on that's gonna hold you down on those days. So salute to you, Kim, for being there with my brother during this time, and everybody who's continued to support, whether it's Coco or Toby or D Parks or OG Reginald, you know what I mean? Everybody.
OG Reginald. Yeah. And the thing is, like I said, sometimes I always ask myself the question, especially being in hip hop, right? I never knew when I was successful pop because I was always working. I kind of look at you the same way. Breezy, Easy Breezy, I call him. I don't think he really had time to really smell his flowers, what he's doing, but he's in it working. You know what I'm saying? The guys that's in it don't really have time they working. I didn't know my songs was hits. I would go into the club with my hat like this and sit in the back of the club and watch the reaction to the people. It's like what Dennis is doing. He's working every day, doing what he's doing, and not seeing that all of a sudden he's getting people that didn't have any direction or was trying to figure it out. All of a sudden they become doctors, they become educational specialists, they created their own brands. How do you feel to be such a visionary extraordinaire and sort of to be the driving iron for an entire generation of people, Breezy?
Now, Lays, that's what you just said was so critical. I mean, every single day, I don't take the time to smell the flowers. I really don't. Like, I really get up every day and just do the work. And, there's a gift and a curse in that, right? Because there are times then you'll do the work, you'll see the impact, but then sometimes you won't always see the impact right away. You've always talked about sometimes us never being able to see the things come to fruition, not during our time, not during our lifetime. So it does get it gets you down sometimes, right? Because we even though the quality of things makes sense and it's important, so is the quantity. Like sometimes you say to yourself, this work that we do, how do you quantify it? How do you scale the impact? And it's not easy, bro. It's really not easy. You just get up and you do it every day. But the thing that you had mentioned about all the doctorates, that have been received in OSG since we started, we've actually gone beyond 20 recipients of doctorate degrees in the past 3-4 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? And
that's right.
I don't want to sit here and ever take credit for any of it, but I also know that sometimes when you curate a space where this is the norm, that's what people do. You know what I'm saying? We made being smart and getting these doctorate degrees and really reaching the pinnacle of education. We made this the norm. And so being able to see that is one way that I gauge the level of success of the organization. But again, just sometimes not realizing what was created 5 years ago and the impact that is happening. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know. And sometimes we're harder on ourselves than most people. That we expect more. We want to keep doing more. So sometimes we're not even satisfied with what we've created because we keep moving the finish line. We keep moving that. So I think, and I know, Kim, you can understand it as well. Coming into this space with Lays now, you understand that there are going to be days where you're like, yo, what we doing every day? Is it really reaching people? Is it impacting people? And so that's where I'm at with it right now.
Well, you are, and I think what's going to happen. First of all, this is selfless work. What you're doing. the bottom line is you got to go out there. And I see Dennis. Dennis puts his suit and tie on every day. He goes out there and he has to be Dennis McKeezy. For no matter what happens in his life, no matter what happens in the world, no matter what happens personally, professionally, socially, in any situation, he still has to show up for these people. He's almost like an artist that has to go out on tour and show up every day and do a solid show, except for his show is for even more important. This is for the life of the next generation. He's got to be that guy for the life of the next generation.
That's right.
So it's a tough thing, man. I mean, I know it must wear on you. What do you do to find ways to offload some of the pressures that you have to offload, being who you are, Dennis McKee?
You know what, Lays, this earlier conversation about OGs, man, I have to tell you, man, I feel like one of these days, man, because I take a nap in a heartbeat now. That's one of the things I do for myself is I don't fight a nap at all. Like, I don't care where it is, I'm gonna take a nap. But that's one of it. But I also think playing golf, hanging out with you, on the golf course, smoking a cigar, are things that I've just learned to do, to really alleviate some of the stressors of this type of job. And you said it best, I have to do this work regardless of what's going on in my life, personally, professionally, what have you. When this is a mission, and a calling on your life, you don't have the option of determining whether or not you don't want to do it anymore. Like that's just not where I am in my life and in my walk with God. So I got to do it, and I think, something that I said some months ago to a group of people was that, even when the faces change, the mission can't, you know what I'm saying? So whether it's OSG, whether it's, the morning emails, no matter who comes and goes, we got a calling and we got to do what we have to do. So being able to find a way to decompress and to release some of the stressors of this, this work that I do every day, it's not easy, but I don't fight it anymore. Like, I've gotten to a place of and you warned me about this. You told me I would get to this place where I just don't care. Like,
right.
When I say I don't care about not taking care of myself anymore. Like, there's a point where you have to say to yourself, now I'm going to go play golf and that's it. Oh no, I'm going to go smoke that cigar. Oh, I'm going to go to the steak restaurant and I don't care. Like, it has to come to a point where in this line of work that I got to teach these school leaders that it's more about what happens off school grounds and what happens on school grounds. If you don't take care of yourself outside, it ain't gonna amount to nothing anyway, right?
That's right.
So I think that the biggest lesson that I've learned since I've gotten to the fifth floor, as Lays would call it, I literally learned to just start taking better care of who I am. You know what I'm saying? And I'll never be perfect and I never profess to be, but I also know that part of this is being able to say, it's okay to put yourself first in some instances.
That's great. The thing about it, Breezy, Dr. Breezy, is that what I've found is that it's going to go on no matter what. No matter what happens, it's going to come up. And at the end of the day, it's all about the process and the life that you live. Even with me, I had to stop for a second as I turned to chapter 57, 58, 59, and I watched my entire industry start to pass away in front of me. And I even buried one of my queens, who to me was the heart and soul of my MOP family, Fox, rest in peace. And as I'm burying people and going to funerals and watching people who are friends of mine pass away, and watching the day that they're gone, they get a rest in peace and people just want to live their lives, I had to say to myself, hey, man, you better live your life and do the things that you want to do. If you don't do that, then you would have wasted this gift, because I believe life is a gift, and you would have wasted the gift if you didn't do the things that made you happy. What can you do, Dennis, as a guy? Like, if you had an opportunity to do something, what would you do today and say, just to make myself happy? What would you do?
I would probably try to stamp my passport a lot more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that my thought about, getting away is going to Florida, going someplace local. Like, and I'll get into the story in a little while, is like a couple of weeks ago, I actually went out to Jamaica. And one of the things that was so crazy to me is coming back and having that passport stamped and what that felt like. I don't remember that feeling before. Like I don't remember being the person who would travel to, to Jamaica or to the islands or to Switzerland, to, to China. It never was a thought in my head because I was always just working. I never thought the importance of it. But being able to say right now that I want to be able to stamp my passport every few months or so and do something a little different and be in places that I've never been before is something that I think now that I'm ready to do. And being able to share, sharing those experiences with, my kids and people that I love and stuff like that. But more importantly, I just think just me being more cognizant of looking at that passport and asking, what are you waiting for? You know what I'm saying? Like you got more life behind you than ahead of you. Why are you not stamping this passport? You know what I'm saying?
What a great message. Like, in other words, living your life I think is probably one of the things. Like, I thought about it as coming from I'm from Brownsville, and I always felt that I could do more by carrying the flag away from Brownsville. That's one of the MOP things we would do. I was like, yo, let's get on the plane and carry this Saratoga flag around the world. And everywhere you go around the world, they know about Saratoga, they know about Brownsville, they know about MOP. So the only other people that you could attach to Brownsville like that is like Mike Tyson. And if you dig, you can go Michael Jordan. But when you say MOP, you say Brownsville in places that they don't even know what Brownsville is. And that was the way that I could, how I could carry the flag outside of the neighborhood. You are carrying a flag, not just Dr. McKeezy off school grounds, but you're also carrying practices in the tradition of educational excellence around the world. So I think you
come on, Lays.
Getting out there and taking that around the world is probably going to be the best way, because what you've done in Brownsville, what you've done in Brooklyn, in the Bronx, and Queens, and all these New York City, you've laid the groundwork, and then you've seeded it with people that can actually do work. So carrying that around the world, I think next iteration for you, I believe. I don't know if you agree with me, but I believe.
No, I 100% agree with it. And again, ironically, we had you have Reggae Wednesdays, and so now it kind of goes into my stamp and the passport conversation. So a few weeks ago, I was asked if I would be willing to go out to Jamaica and help support some of the school leaders out there and the things and their endeavors and trying to become better at what they do. And again, typical me, like I wanted to go initially, but then I didn't want to go. And I'm this back and forth because I almost felt guilty sometime of like, oh, going to Jamaica and I'm not taking my family. Like I felt guilty to a degree. And then I said, you know what, God, you gave me this opportunity to go out there and I'm going to go. And then being able to kind of walk through that airport in Jamaica, and then remember that my father and my grandfather and my grandmother walked through that same airport some years ago. It brought a level of pride. And so when I got to Jamaica, I went to visit several schools and several principals, and I actually did like a mini documentary that I'll share in a few weeks. And what happened was being able to go to those places and being able to have the OSG hat on, and for me to be able to have the kids learn about OSG and principals learn about OSG was so powerful for me, because when I finally accepted it, I realized that, as you just said, Lays, it's beyond New York City. It's beyond America. Like the world needs to know about a group of people out here that are really trying to impact education and young people in the most positive way possible. So going out to Jamaica for 2 and 3 days and running to different schools in Kingston and Mandeville and Clarendon, St. Catherine and places like that really did bring a sense of joy and happiness to my heart, because I realized I didn't carry just myself then. I carried the whole OSG family with me. And they actually want me to come out and co-host a conference next March 2026 out there in Jamaica, where my American principals go over to Jamaica and help support them in person and things like that. So yeah, Lays, man, I understand this importance. I understand how important it is. I got a couple of principals in Tanzania that I got to go out and see in the next couple of months as well. So it's me saying that it's hard, Lays. It really is hard sometimes to leave the hometown, to go abroad and do work. But when you realize the impact that you got to make, it's your hope that people see that what you're doing and try to say, you know what, I'll roll with you, or better yet, I'll just pray for you. You know what I'm saying? Like that there is an evolution of every organization. There's an evolution of MOP. There's an evolution of the morning emails. There's an evolution of the meetup. There's an evolution of OSG. And at times, sometimes you almost feel bad sometimes because you and I've talked about this. Everybody can't go. You know what I'm saying? And so when you evolve, some people are just going to leave. You know what I'm saying? And no hard feelings. But I'm saying that at the end of the day, you can't, if it stays the same, man, you're not growing, you're not changing anything. So I'm really happy that I've now taken on this initiative to start taking this show on the road to outside of America into different places and different parts of the world so that we can help grow education on their level as well.
And also preparing for the day that you don't have to do it, where someone else can step into the mantle and the place. They will never replace you, but to step into that mantle because you can do other things, because a guy with a skill set like yours is valuable, not just in education, but on a world scale. There's so many different places where Dr. Dennis McKeezy is valuable. So you're setting this train in motion. You definitely are setting it to where you're going to open up other avenues, even just for yourself, to where you can affect society, especially our society, which is hurting not just on the educational space, but in all different ways, where people need to see a guy like you and know that you can be like a Dr. Dennis McKeezy, and you have a guy like that, and that can be the model of what a black man can be, or a young man can be, not just a black man, but a man can be. And it doesn't mean that he's a player or or an entertainer, but a strong black businessman who has the same commitment to the hood and the same commitment to the underserved as everyone else should have. How do you feel about that, Doc?
Yeah, no, nah. I mean, again, Lays, I mean, just watching and hearing how you've grown in this space of education and being able to almost, in a sense, be an expert in having these conversations is powerful to me. And I know that, again, you are an example of what happens when you stand close enough to educators who really do get it. And I'm really proud to see and to hear how your conversation around education and community development has evolved. But to really take this conversation to a certain level, Lays, I think there's still something in, obviously, Father's Day is coming up this weekend. Again, a shout out to all the fathers that are out there doing great things for their children and stuff like that. But one of the things that I was Lays, I was asked to come on next week to come and speak to a group of fathers at a school. It was a big event last year. They wanted me to come back and speak this on Monday. And one of the things I kind of said to the school leaders was how important it is for us to embrace the male figure in schools on a consistent basis. It can't be the dad bring your child to school day and the Father's Day, and that's it. Those are bookends. That happens in September and one happens in June. One happens at the beginning of the year, another one happens at the end of the year. What happens to the conversations that we need to have with fathers and males and male leaders and males in particular in this space on a more consistent basis? And so when I decided that, that I will take my show on the road, I want people to understand that, even as men and men in leadership, there are times when we have to be very vulnerable and open up to tell people like, yo, I'm not okay. You know what I'm saying? That things aren't always peachy for me. Yeah, I'm wearing a suit. Yes, my waves are spinning. Yes,
come on.
You see that? You know what I'm saying? Like all that stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm still a person, right? And I think that people, they don't always check on leaders anyway, but they definitely don't check on their male leaders that often either. And I just want to be that person who just reminds people that in all honesty, that we are broken too. You know what I'm saying? That we get into those spaces where life just be life in, and because so much is expected of us, we got to keep pressing through. I'm saying as a person that when I travel now, when I speak, I don't speak only as a almost 30-year vet in this business of education. I speak as a man, I speak as a father, I speak as somebody who understands that the space that we're in requires us to be able to be vulnerable and speak about our truths. And you know, when we are talking about education, I think that there are those people that don't realize that there is a lot of pressure on us to succeed. There's a lot of pressure on us to keep moving and building and growing. But every now and then we just need a, pat on the back saying, yo, you know what, you're doing the right thing, man. Keep going.
Well,
I may
you
not be
speak
there
to
physically. Hmm.
Speaking of something, Dennis, that I think is an important thing. I think people need to pay attention to. A lot of times they look at men from their exterior and look at us. And they say he I, or the diagnosis for most of us in our community is he be I.
He be I.
That's how diagnosis. He be I is like, okay, let's go to the drugstore. Do you have he be I? Give me 20 milligrams of Hebi, and then everything. The next thing you know, the motherfucker is dead, or his, the diabetes, had a heart attack, he's, whatever. And now we got Hebi. Then the answer to Hebi is rest in peace on Facebook.
Damn.
Yeah, that's the answer to Hebi. So now the thing is, you speak to something very important. Like a lot of times, people see us, especially men that have a certain moniker of success. They immediately think that we're superheroes because we're able to overcome some of the things that a lot of us can't overcome. And it's not the amount of work it takes, even though we don't show it, the amount of work it takes to be there. Sometimes we need a conversation too. Hey man, you all right? What's going on with you, bro? You good? Come on out here. Let's go do this thing, because we're carrying, how you say, stresses for shoulders, not hips. We are carrying a load on, especially the ones that are trying to do the right thing, carrying load for people that nobody ever speaks to. The other day, I talked to Fame the other day, and I was like, yo, man, I want to say something to you. I thank him. I said, because Fame calls me all the time, and he goes, big bro, I want to thank you, man, because without you, I would not have had a career. I didn't know what life was going to be. You changed my life. And he calls me all the time and thanks me.
And I was like, ladies, and that's an important message, right? And I think it doesn't cost us it doesn't cost somebody something to say, yo, bro, I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. Congratulations. I see you smiling. I don't need to get in your business. I just need to be able to say, yo, bro, I see you, man. Yo, keep up the great work. And that's not what always happens. What ends up happening oftentimes is when people don't see you, they start to make assumptions, right? The assumption is, OSG isn't doing this anymore. OSG isn't doing that anymore. Or that, what's going on with D or whatever. Yo, literally, it don't cost you nothing just to say, yo, I got you, bro. Like I see what you're doing. Keep going. But that's not how the world works, man. The world works based on algorithms and what's happening on social media. And so whatever draws attention away from the positive, that's what people are actually lured to. And I say that
like people say about D, like you don't see D no more. They don't even know that behind the scenes, me and D go and do what we do. We playing golf, we're hanging out. I may not be at the OSG event sometimes, but me and D would have hung out like 2 times that last couple of weeks. Yo, what up? You good? And we hanging out, chilling, smoking a cigar, laughing, and then moving on to something else, and not even knowing that.
See, but bro, and that's the problem with people, right? That's the problem, and we got to call that stuff out as it is, because what it tries to do is it drives a wedge in between men sometimes by saying those type of things. The reality of it is that men don't always got to see each other every day. We don't always got to see each other every week. We don't even have to speak, but every now and then when we shoot each other a text, or we meet each other on the golf course or whatever, sometimes that's all we need. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to congregate all the time, because what grown ass men are going to sit around playing PlayStation all day together or playing golf together? Like, I need to know Lazy's in Switzerland. Lazy to know I'm in Jamaica. And you know what? When I get back or we get back, we get on the golf course together. But I do think that as men that are doing this work, it does bother you at times. It does bother me sometimes that people make assumptions about things when you have access to me. You have my phone number. You could call me. You don't have to assume something. You don't have to say, well, what's going on? Nah, bro, call me. Or sis, call me. Like, what's the problem? So I think, ladies, that you said it best. Like, there's a lot of great things that's happening behind the scenes, and you know what? Everything isn't meant to be out on Front Street. Everything ain't meant to be on social media. And
Right.
in on June 22nd, we have our golf outing. On the 21st, we have our
Yes,
cigar
I was about to
social.
talk about
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
Yes.
And,
Yes.
How
many years? How many years have you been doing this?
This is going on our 4th year, bro. And the
Nice.
part that people don't get this part, right, is that we've given over $70,000 in scholarships in 3 years. In
Wow.
3 years.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
This wasn't anything other than just us hard work and us putting out the effort to make things work. We gave out $70,000 in scholarships in 3 years. And last night, funny enough, how sometimes you may be in a space and you don't know, like, things are moving in a certain way that you're not comfortable. And then I got an email from a recipient last night of one of the scholarships. And in this email, she outlined what it meant to her to be a recipient of this scholarship, and that what it has done for her and her family is that now she wants to become more involved in OSG and being able to help us to grow the organization on a whole nother level. And so those are the things that people don't ever hear, people don't always see. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's important, Kim, and that's why we do what we do. And look, ladies, let me tell you something what's really crazy. Let me tell you what's really crazy. I look at the stats. I look at how the data shows us over the years. Almost all the golfers, almost everybody registers for this golf outing a week before the outing. It's a pain in the butt watching it happen because you're like, I got a plan for this. And then next thing you know, you got 50, 60, 100 people signing up the last week. And so now we don't. But the one thing that happened this year, ladies, that has never happened before, thanks to our sister Gigi, who has really stepped up when it came to this corporate stuff. We have raised more money in corporate money thus far, that literally in corporate sponsorships, than we've ever had before. Even though the number of people registered for the event is not where I want it to be at the moment, because we wait to the last minute. I've gotten more money by way of corporate sponsorships that I'm able to pay for the golf outing and everything in advance, that no matter what ends up happening, we still are able to give at least another $20,000 in scholarships this year. And all the golf outing paid for. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
So, but again, people don't know that stuff. People don't know what's happening behind the scenes. And I'm just telling you that this ain't going nowhere. This OSG family's not going anywhere. We're going to keep doing what we do. And sometimes, how, listen, our brother Dame Dash is somebody we love and we care about dearly. But we've always said that sometimes you just got to move in silence. Sometimes you don't got to say nothing to nobody. Just get out there and get the work done. Let people see the results of the work. And so ultimately, that's what I'm saying now, that, the golf outing coming up next weekend on the 21st and the 22nd, is something that I really take great pride in. I almost didn't want to do it this year because I'm like, it's a lot going on. But like, you know what? The mission got to go on regardless of how I'm feeling, how my body's feeling, how I am doing mentally or whatever. But
let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Let me ask you a question, D. What does $20,000 in scholarship money do for a young, underserved young man, a young woman, as they're trying to get into college? What does that do for them?
You know what's funny, Lays? I didn't think it made that big of a difference originally, right? So I was like, okay, so we give out these $4 or $5,000 scholarships, and then we give a $10,000 scholarship on behalf of my mother. And so you're talking about $20,000, $30,000 in scholarships. I didn't realize that it made a big difference till a mother came up to us last year at the event, and she spoke on the mic and she said, I'm not certain that my daughter would be in school right now if not for that $5,000 that helped me to pay for college. And I was like, $5,000? I didn't, in my mind, I was like, I'm thinking like, that ain't enough money for a kid to start college. But little did I know that sometimes when kids get financial aid or they get loans, what happens sometimes is they're still short. They're still short a certain amount of money. And so this mother made it real clear on how impactful it is. And so being able to stay in touch with those recipients and seeing how they're growing and developing into young men and women who want to carry the OSG flag beyond, beyond us, it's something that means the world to me. So I think what does it mean to them, Lays? It really means that somebody believed in them enough to give them a shot, to give them a chance, to give them a jump start into a world that they probably didn't think was even possible because of the finances that are connected to going to school. So yeah, man, I am really telling you as a person that,
it means a lot.
It means a lot, Lays. And again, us being able to tee it up on a golf course or whatever is one thing. You know what I'm saying? We do that for 4 or 5 hours, but the reality of it is that what happens after the golf outing and presenting those scholarships is the real reason why we do what we do. And
so here's what we're gonna do, D. Like, now I know I already, I put my little sponsorship in.
Yeah, you did. I appreciate that,
and that's all good. I have another. I'm gonna start with $1,000. This is to my audience. This is not to Dennis. Dennis, you don't have to hear this. I'm starting with $1,000. This call I'm getting in my uncle's pockets. This is my Uncle's Pockets Foundation. So when I go to the golf course and we have their big announcement, I'm gonna start with $1,000. I want everybody. We're gonna put a Cash App in there tomorrow. Maybe Kimberly, you got Cash App?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll put Kimberly's Cash App in, and I want y'all all to send money to Kimberly, and whatever's in my uncle's pockets, I'm gonna start with $1,000. And then whatever y'all send to Kimberly, we're going to put all that together, and we're going to give a special honoree some money out of my uncle, Auntie Kimmy's pocket. How about that? How about that? You like that?
Good job.
So that's what we're going to do so tomorrow we'll put the Cash App in. We'll talk about Uncle Auntie's pockets, and that'll be the bonus. And Dennis will tell me if I'm going to get in trouble for giving it as cash, so they'll figure out how to give it to the kids. I don't know how to do it.
No, Lays. Let me tell you something, Lays. I appreciate that, man, and we'll make it. We'll always make sure it's done the right way. But it's these things that are important, right? Is that when people get so caught up in what they see or don't see versus what they really know in their heart. Like, yo, bro, I've never I don't get a salary from OSG. Understand something. I've spent my own money to make sure that this thing works. And I think that what happens is when people don't know, they start to guess. And then when you guess wrong, you start telling the world the certain things a certain way, even though it's wrong. Yo, sometimes you just got to shut up and just allow for the things to happen. We've always been an organization that put children first, put communities first, and also put our school leaders first. And so that's never going to change for me. It's never going to change for me. But I do need people to understand is that if this is not what you're a part of or you can be a part of, it's fine. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, there's always going to be evolution in every major organization. But my mission will never stop. I'm going to continue to try to transform communities throughout this world, and if that means upsetting a couple of people while I'm doing it, that's going to be fine. But I just got to say that at the end of the day, what's really important to me is what's always been important to me is that we create a future for our young people that really we don't have to ask everybody. We don't have to ask anybody outside of the immediate community to help us. So I'm really happy for that, Lays, and shout out to every single person who supported OSG, Reg, who supported Kim, Toby, D Parks, everybody who supported what we've done in the past. And just know, like, it really is that simple, Lays. It really is that simple. Sometimes I just need people just to show up. Like, just put your face in the place. You don't even gotta pay in most instances. Just show up. Because believe it or not, sometimes just seeing a friendly face really does mean the world to me. And I know, what it means to you, Lays, sometimes to just be in a place to have a friendly face, while you're doing this hard work.
And have a party, because there's one thing we do. We know how to party, and that's another thing, because we do have a party. We do away a lot of good things, but we do have a party, and it's a lot not fun. Kimberly, are you gonna bring your massage chair up there?
Oh,
the little massage.
I'm gonna bring the table, baby. The table, not the chair. I'm bringing the table. And you know what? Can I jump in?
An educator up here and maybe talk about that plum, working on that plum up there.
Listen, the plum and the table has nothing to do with each other. They both over here.
The table and the plum
Can I
over
jump
there.
in, Lays, real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, Kevin. Yes.
First, I wanted to shout out Dennis because I want to say this. I don't remember how many male Black teachers that I've had in my life. I don't remember that.
Wow.
It also has to do with me not growing up with my father. So I put both of these in somewhat the same category. So what I would like to do is just give you your flowers today, not only because it's Father's Day, but give you your flowers because a lot of children need to see that strong Black man that's out there in the education field, because a lot of Black men maybe have dropped out of school, went to jail, didn't get to finish school. So I wanted to acknowledge that and appreciate and show appreciation for you, Black man, getting out there, helping our children, because a lot of them don't have fathers in their homes, and you may be the closest thing that they see to or they have to a father. So I wanted to put that out there to you well.
Thank you, Kim. And Kim, just so that you understand how impactful what you just said is, there are many a days that I'm not even scheduled to go to a school. I really am. Like, I don't have to go to a particular school. But then there's that nudge that happens at 4 o'clock in the morning to get up, and at 5 o'clock, after putting on my suit, walking out the door and heading to some borough. I know now, based on what you just said, because God just spoke through you, just to remind me that there are times when I end up in certain places, and it's not because the adults need me, but sometimes because the kids need to see me.
Yes.
And that's why I really appreciate you saying what you said, because there are times when I just pull up on a person just to pull up. And yes, I am there with the adult, but the kids are the ones who get to see a Black male that they probably don't get to see on a consistent basis.
That's right.
In their community, with a suit, with an education that that goes beyond a high school diploma, and somebody who can really show them like, yo, you can be whatever it is that you want to be. So I thank you for sharing that, because as I said, sometimes I get up at, ladies and I will get up mad early in the morning, but sometimes I know I don't have anywhere to go. But then we'll put on my clothes just to go somewhere and realize that, oh, damn, that's why I had to go. I had to go be an impact on those kids. So thank you for showing that level of appreciation. But thank you for being used this morning to tell me that that's a real reason why I do what I do.
Yeah. Thank you. No, thank you.
Dr. Easy Breezy, Dennis McKeezy, the visionary extraordinaire himself. We are really enjoying this journey, this path, and it also gives dimension and range timbers to a community that is not just rapping and dribbling the basketball. There are so many timbers to this community that we all should appreciate and know that they're a path that the children may not be the most popular path, and we don't talk about it. It may not make the algorithm, but it's just as important. Education and educating the next generation, to me, is more important than dribbling the basketball or rapping on a microphone. Dr. Breezy, we're gonna see you in the 22nd. Pelham, Split Rock. Listen, come on. If you got a couple dollars, register. If you don't got a couple dollars, come on through. At the end of the day, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna play golf. We're gonna laugh, and then we're gonna give some money away to some of these kids, these children, because the children need to go to school, and we need to make sure they can get in college, especially in this day society where it is important. It is being impressed upon them not to succeed. So we have to impress upon them to succeed, and education is the key to success. Dr. Breezy, man, love you, bro.
Absolutely.
We'll talk
love
to you
too,
soon.
bro, man. Absolutely. Congratulations, ladies, on another year.
Yeah, on another season. You too, brother. We talk to you later.
All right.
Dr.
Okay, take
Breezy.
care.
Easy.
All right, Dennis.
All right,
Dr. Dennis, have a great day.
Yeah, that was good. Huh? How about that?
Yes,
huh?
it was. Yes, it was. It's been a long time since he's been on the show.
Yeah, no, he's great, man. Great. He does his thing. And listen, man, that thing keeps going. That's a machine that keeps going, and he is the engine for that machine. So you gotta, listen, at the end of the day, let's not go through life assuming that everybody all right. He's explaining to you that this is a weight that he's carrying. You know what I'm saying? We so busy nitpicking over bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Jumping on people, nitpicking on, oh, he said this, so now he's fucked up. No, how about we give this, the word we want to end with today is called grace. Give a nigga some grace. Give everybody some grace. It don't always work one way. Grace works two ways.
Two ways.
When you're dealing with situations. just know that if you say something that you didn't like, maybe pause for a second and don't react. Just pause and then maybe ask him, hey man, you okay? You okay? What's wrong with you? Then maybe he'll let you know how he's doing. Maybe he's going. Don't be so defensive
That's right.
about everything. Don't be jumping off the building and trying to indict everybody just because he felt a certain way at that moment. The bottom line is we all have shit that's going on and we all trying to do our best. Again, thank you to the OSG crew because they are out there doing the things that they needed to do. I'm out here in the entertainment world doing what I do, carrying a flag, and it's not an easy carry. All right. So just remember that, but we still go out there and we do it. So give a nigga a pound once you see him. You out there, salute a G when you see one. It's an MOP song. Yes. I hope you got it. Salute a G when you see one. Well, I want to thank everybody within the sound of my voice. Welcome to Raw Perspective Morning Emails. Shout to my sister, the beautiful, wonderful, vivacious plum holder, Kimberly Robinson. She's holding down.
Holding the plum.
Huh? You said it won't be long?
No. No, I didn't say that.
We'll extend this motherfucker if we have to. Listen, thank you to my brother Dennis, Dr. Easy Breezy McKeezy, on another great show. Thank you to all the people that are in with the sound of my voice. Remember, go support and celebrate that OSG conference. And also, tomorrow we'll put a Cash App in there so we add some money to this rack that I'm gonna put together, and we're gonna get into Uncle and Auntie's pockets. That'll be kind of fun tomorrow. We're gonna do that. And tomorrow, we'll have fun. A little Mars and Venus. We'll talk a little bit about gaslighting and shit like that. But at the end of the day, we will party for the end of the year. We'll have end of the year party, end of the season party. That's more important. And then we'll move on and see you guys over the summer. I want to thank everybody within the sound of my voice once again. This is Reggae When the Last to Get Last. And we're going to bring back over the summer Go-Go Tuesday. You'll find it Tuesday. We'll play some Go-Go music for the Go-Go.
Hey, let's do it. Hey.
Yeah, we'll bring that back. All right, you guys have a great morning. Love y'all, and we'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Peace, y'all.
Enjoy your day, everyone.